What's up, YouTube? This is YB and I'm back with some FNR quick news. Two of the biggest horror franchises in history just dropped some massive news in the same 24-hour window, and I need to talk about both of them. A Nightmare on Elm Street is officially returning to the big screen, and we just got our first look at A24's Crystal Lake series, so let's get into it. Now, several reports have confirmed that a Nightmare on Elm Street movie is in the works. Here's what that actually means. Wes Craven's widow, Ia LaBunka, and his son, Jonathan Craven, are producing this thing alongside of attorney turned producer Mark Tuberoff, the same guy who helped the Craven estate regain the rights to the original screenplay back in 2019. The film is being developed under Paramount's brand new genre label, Paramount Primal. J.D. Lifshitz and Rafael Margulis are running it. If those names sound familiar, these are the producers behind Barbarian and Weapon, so these guys do know horror. Now here's what we don't know yet. No director has been announced, no writer, no cast. The official word is that it will be set in the world of Nightmare on Elm Street based on the original screenplay. Now that phrasing is doing a lot of work to me. It could be a straight remake, it could be a legacy sequel like what they did with Halloween 2018 where it ignored all the sequels. It could be a complete reimagining. Now, I think New Line Cinema still holds the international rights to the franchise, and Paramount is currently in the process of buying Warner Brothers Discovery. So, down the line, those international rights could end up under the same roof anyway. So, we are hopeful that it could go into production possibly later this year, but the most important thing is that the deal is done and the Craven estate is involved. Now let's switch gears to the Jason universe because the Crystal Lake teaser is here, and it is unsettling. This is the A24 produced prequel series coming to Peacock. All 8 episodes drop on October 15th, and the teaser gives us our first look at Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees. The official synopsis tells us that it is set in the 1970s before the events of the 1980 film. Now, it follows Pam as a single mother who hasn't been able to shake her grief after her young son Jason drowns in the lake. Now, when two strangers show up digging into her past, things start spiraling and the town of Crystal Lake starts wondering exactly who Pamela Voorhees is. Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees, I think, is inspired casting. Now, I think she can play that warm and maternal, and she can absolutely play unhinged. And for a story that's essentially about grief turning into madness, you need someone who can walk that line between the two. Now, Brad Caleb Kane, who worked on It Welcome to Derry, is the showrunner. So the pedigree is there, and A24 is also producing. The teaser itself, I'm not gonna lie, it is mostly atmosphere. We get glimpses of the lake, the camp, Pamela looking distressed. It is classic A24. Moody, slow burn, and more focus on dread rather than the jump scares. But that shot of Cardellini at the end, there's something behind her eyes that tells me exactly where this is headed. Now, also what I find interesting is the approach. They're not leading with Jason, they're leading with Pamela. The original Friday the 13th didn't even reveal Pamela as the killer until the third act, which was the twist. Now, this series is putting her in front and center from the jump. It is completely different storytelling, and honestly, I think it is the right one because I always found Pamela Voorhees to be the more interesting character. I want to hear from you. Are you excited about the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Who would you cast as the new Freddy Krueger? What would you like to see in the next film? And what are your thoughts on the Crystal Lake teaser? Does A24 slow burn style work for the Jason universe, or do you want a more traditional slasher? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to Flix-N-Reel Horror for more horror updates. I'm YB, until next time.